Here's your chance. Yes, thank you.
First of all, you're really funny. Got me laughing the whole time. But if you could recommend one book for an emerging counselor to read before going into like practicum or internship, what would it be?
That's a great question. Recently, Tyler was going around the faculty asking each of us, what one book would you recommend? And it turns out that both Paul and I said the same book. Um, but it's a heavy lift.
Yeah.
So to prepare for practicum, this will take you a little while to read. It's Existential Therapy by Irv Yalom. Really impactful book. But I also have recently read. Uh, I think it was. You should talk to somebody. Was that the book? That's a good book. Maybe you should talk to somebody. Yeah, that's a good book.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Someone else? Come on. We got a few minutes. It's time. Thank you.
We're not going home until everybody asks you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Roback. Can you
Hi.
say
Yes.
thank you for having us here today? I love hearing you talk. I miss you from Group Dynamics. That was a great class. I wanted to ask you if you have ever cried in front of a client.
Wow, what a great.
I have really struggled to not cry in front of a client, even though I do remember one time when tears were coming down my cheek, and I had been fighting it. Um, um, I the reason I fight it is because I don't want it to become about me, and so I really try not to. But I don't think there's a judgment involved here. I think that your honest experience should be disclosed to the other person. Um, Mike Turson and I were recently talking about therapist self-disclosure, and there's a rule in social psychology that it's called the social psychologists help me. Is it called the reciprocity? No, the reciprocity effect. The rule of reciprocity. What is it?
Reciprocity norm? I don't know for sure what
I
you're
think
talking
so.
about.
Angela.
You, and yeah, okay. That's right. Exactly. So there's a basic rule of uh, human interaction that if I give you something, you're more likely to give me something. I walk into a car dealership and they'll give me a pen, and I'll buy a car.
The funny thing is, I remember you teaching that.
Yeah.
Somebody else. You have over here as well.
Hi, Dr. Roback. Sorry, my voice is kind of gone. I'm curious, what do you think makes a successful counselor?
Tell me what you think. What would be your definition of success?
I would say just, I don't want to say like a good counselor, but a successful in the sense, I guess, that you're able to build that therapeutic relationship and have it be successful throughout.
I think you've answered your own question.
Maybe I was curious about.
Classic Ross
Very Rogerian.
No, really. Just the fact that you are putting yourself in that position, in that mindset of wondering how I can be helpful, that alone is an investment that you're making, and that investment shows. I really think it is that, you know. You want to follow up?
I can't really think. I guess I'm just curious. In your experience working in the field, what do you think has helped you be a successful counselor?
Really learning to be empathetic, you know, and that's hard to do. It's hard to do in everyday life, and it's hard to do with the people that you're working with. But I think that's really crucial. As hard as that is, it is so hard. Whitney, where are you? Whitney, yeah, you did your dissertation on empathy,
Yeah.
and you were just telling me earlier that how much that comes into play in your work.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I just don't know how to turn it off. That's the problem. I want to ask you. People are, in my personal life are tired of being on the couch. So do you ever turn it off? Your empathy. You're putting yourself in other people's
When I'm mad
shoes.
at my wife.
No, but it's clinically, yeah, it's everything. Because what we get into Ryan's world, if you don't understand that world, and that you have to use your imagination to get in it.
Yeah.
And so it's like the most powerful tool.
It is the most powerful tool. I
And you
agree.
can see it, like when you really work it, then you can actually like dive in and visually see it, and that can be very helpful. But it's all using empathy.
Yeah, I agree.
So unfortunately, we're at time. But
Let's do
last-
one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can stay here as long as I. Go ahead.
Hi. Since you've been in the profession for such a long time, have you noticed anything in the profession that have improved over time, and do you think there's any changes that still need to be made?
Yes. Yes. The profession has undergone profound changes, really profound changes. The both good and bad. The good thing is, the good parts are that we really do know much more about what we're doing than we used to know. You know, if you go back to the heyday of psychoanalysis, it was all about case studies, one case study after another case study, and you can't generalize from case studies. You know, it's nice. That stuff is nice. So now we have a lot more research that shows us what actually improves positive outcomes. We do know that. The bad part is that we as a profession, and we're not the only profession, I had to go to my family doctor a couple of days ago, and he was telling me how much the corporation has taken over his practice. That's come to be that's part of our professional problem too. The corporatization of our work. You know, I know that many people sign up. You know, I've been I've been approached in the mail by these corporations that what's that big one called? Telehealth, I think it's called.
Better help.
Better Health.
Better help.
Better
Better help.
Right. And they want you to do this work for $40 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? You want me to lay my soul out for $40 an hour? You know, you want me to invest in this work for $40 an hour? So in a sense, and my physician is saying the same thing. The limitation on us is getting stronger. We have to fight back against it. We can't just let the corporations take over our profession.
Okay, so I don't want to end on that.
Yeah. All right.
This will be
rapid fire.
rapid. You have to only give me
One
one
word.
sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be challenging.
If heaven exists,
Oh my
what
God.
would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
And he'll say, or she'll say, I can't believe you made it.